What did that final drive and final play mean to you personally?
It was great. We got in a play call that we've been practicing for a while, and just needed the right situation to run in. And I think that was a perfect situation to run in, and it was a great catch by Kalen and a huge play, and it was a really exciting moment.
Put you in a good spot going from here on out?
Yeah, definitely. I think it puts this whole team in a good spot, and I think everybody's happy with the performance we did, but our team is definitely not satisfied with just being where we're at, and we got to make sure we keep on performing and playing well throughout the rest of the season.
Travis, does this team have a different feel than the last couple of years, teams that you've led? Is there a different chemistry or a different feel about it?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this team is just we've been together for a while. And just throughout the whole off season, fall camp, we were really just striving to be our best. The passion everybody has for this team is, like I said, is undescribable, and it's just definitely a great feeling of where we're at right now.
We hear that a lot, though. But what are you guys doing differently? What's the difference between being a 6-1 team and a 2-5 team? What's been the difference in some of these games? Is it a personnel thing? Is it an execution thing? Why are you guys better this year?
I definitely feel like it's the added athletes we have on this team. I think we got a lot of great players, especially Kalen, Devontae, guys on defense like Marcus, Andre. So guys have really stepped up and taken the starting role and just done a great job. And but yeah, I think a lot has to do with just added talent and. Like I said, just the passion this team has for the season.
How did you stay positive during that week when you weren't the starter, and what was it like to go through that?
It was definitely frustrating, but I was still preparing and still doing everything like I was the starter. I knew if my number was called, I had to be ready and had to take advantage of the opportunity. And luckily, I got that chance in the second half, and just glad I got to start this game and finish out the whole game. So I just got to make sure I'm playing consistent and make sure that our offense is executing.
Kyle said that one of your biggest fans in the locker room was Kendall Thompson. What's that relationship like with the two of you? Obviously competing for that starting job still, but how does that relationship work?
It's great. Me and Kendall are really good friends. Me and him room together in the hotel and everything, and me and him have really gotten to know each other. So definitely a great relationship there, and he's always talking to me after I get off from a series, and he's always telling me what he sees as well. So he's definitely a huge help for me on the sidelines, and it's been great getting to know him as well.
Is there an emphasis this week going into the game to kind of get the ball more to Wesley Tonga, or was it just he was open and that's simply how it worked?
It was just simply he was just open, and a lot of our rollouts and stuff, he just happened to get open, and he was my first read. So he's definitely a great weapon on this team, and somebody we definitely need to utilize more in the future.
From our vantage point, we could kind of see that there was coaching staff using towels to kind of shield themselves. Was there an issue with play calling and maybe USC knowing what you guys were calling, or what was going on there?
We thought there might have been a little bit of issue. That's why we started to change it up a little bit in the second half. But on our side, as an offense, we still got to execute what it's called, and even if they know the play, we still got to execute it. I definitely feel like in the future we'll have some other alternatives as well to make sure the defense isn't picking up what we're doing.
What was so different in that second half that allowed you guys to not do that? Silent, or was it just, how did that work?
It was kind of the sidelines kind of picking up little things, and we even saw it playing as well, just picking up things. So, it was kind of a coaching decision on what they wanted to do and how they wanted to change it. So, and like I said, we might have some other alternatives in the future, but even if the defense knows what the play is, we still got to execute it, and still make everything work.
What are your impressions of ASU, Travis?
Definitely very good defense. Definitely a very good team. Been hard to beat in the past, so definitely a tough opponent to Saturday, and I think they're not sure what Taylor Kelly's whole situation is like, but definitely another great quarterback in the Pac-12, and I got to make sure that I do my end and prepare and make sure I have a great game.